Hey guys, welcome to the last part of my Zodiac CAS challenge. So, I'm working on air. I've already done fire, earth, and water. So, yeah, let's just get into it. So, this is going to be Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. So, right now we are working on Libra. So her colors are pink and green, according to this site. I don't know how accurate this site is, but I've just been going off of it for all of these, so but I'm just having confidence in this site. So, they are ruled by the planet of Venus, and their strengths are they're very cooperative, diplomatic, gracious, and social. So, yeah, they're kind of... I like to think, like, of Lady Justice and how one of the things that represents her is, like, the scale, and the same thing is for Libra, and they're very, diplomatic and, want harmony among everybody, so that's kind of how I envision Libra. I didn't have a clear idea of what I wanted to do for her. Like, look-wise, I wanted her to look nice and, like, she loves everybody and she's very, diplomatic. But also, one of these things here does say that they don't like conformity, so I pictured that, like, she was a bit eccentric, like, she doesn't want to dress and look like all those around her. Like, she wants to kind of stand out. So I had some, I wouldn't say eccentric styles for her, but I would say that they're not exactly everyday looks. I made her eyes green, and then I think a top green, and then her hair pink, makeup pink, just to show the colors. And I also put white in all of them because I like to have the central, grouping. I don't know. What's it called? Like fire was red, earth was like brown, water blue, and now air is white. So I kind of have all of them wear a bit of white on them just to show that they are air signs. And as you can see, like, her makeup is pretty bold with the eyeshadow, and that is, because I wanted her not to look like the usual. So, their weaknesses is that they're indecisive, they avoid conflict, they carry grudges, and they can fall into the trap of self-pity. And I put another beret on her. I love putting berets on Sims. Okay, don't judge me. I feel like the hair is incomplete without a hat, and she doesn't really suit a baseball cap. I was gonna do like that almost boho hat, but I felt that I already used that recently, so I'm not going to. They like harmony and sharing and outdoors, so that's why I went with like kind of a boho look. They just like violence, injustice, and conformity, as I said. And this Sim's traits, I gave her loves the outdoors, responsible, and kindness ambassador, which is without my mod. I think that's I think it's a reward, like you can purchase that with reward point. I don't know what they're called, but yeah, I gave her those traits. And yeah, as you can see, her top is green, her pants are white, her hair is pink. I think I have all the colors there. I don't know how I felt about her. I think she turned out pretty alright, but I didn't have a clear idea for her, so that's why it was kind of difficult to have like a look planned, and I was kind of just messing around with stuff. As you can see with the necklaces currently, I didn't really know what to do. But yeah, I really liked how she turned out. So we are going to be moving on to Gemini in 3, 2, 1, and there we go. Okay, so Gemini's colors are light green and yellow. All these signs kind of are having like repeating colors, like earth signs I already did a lot of green, and the yellows I already did a lot in fire, so it's kind of difficult to make them look more original as we've been going on, but I think I accomplished that. I think they all have like an individual look to them, which I'm a bit proud of myself for doing, because 12 Sims has been a bit difficult to make look original. So yeah, I don't mind me just patting myself on the back for that one. They are ruled by the planet of Mercury, and their strengths are that they're gentle, affectionate, curious, adaptable, and they have the ability to learn very quickly. So, I wanted her to look much more eccentric. I don't really have a clear point for this. I just wanted a sim that was much more eccentric. And I feel like the air signs are all a bit eccentric. Like they don't like conformity. They don't like doing the usual thing. They like being unique and original and expressive. So that's why I kind of made them all look a bit more eccentric. Unlike like earth signs or whatever that are very reserved and don't like expressing themselves all too much. I made her eyes yellow to show the yellow color that they have, and then I made her clothes white and green because the air thing, as I talked about before, and to match the other green. I think she was actually my favorite one of the air signs, and I gave her some kind of weird eye makeup because I did want her to look a bit more eccentric, and I don't exactly have very eccentric like clothing options, so I kind of just went with some out there eye makeup, like the liner, which is all like a design on the side of her face, which I thought looked pretty good. But I did have a problem because a lot of the hairs covered it, and I really didn't want it covered, so my hair options were limited. Did I say their weaknesses? No. Okay. Their weaknesses are that they're nervous, inconsistent, and indecisive. I think that's because, like, the Gemini, it's all about twins and how they can kind of sometimes have, like, two sides to them, so that people never really know what they're gonna get from them day by day because they're constantly switching between two different versions of themselves. I tried to have, like, the hair be that, like, the yellow, because, yeah, they are yellow, but, I don't know, none of it looked very good. I was, mostly because the hair, I wanted it to be, I wanted it to show the eye makeup, but I also didn't want it to be ugly, because a lot of the yellow hair, it's either blonde, so it's not really that yellow, or it's, it looks like pee, which was a bit of an issue. So I had some trouble with her hair, and I think eventually I just stuck with black hair, because, I don't know, it looked better in my opinion. They like music, books, talking with people, and trips. So they like going on little trips. They don't like being cooped up indoors. They like going outside and doing things. I liked this hair on her. Can you hear that? It's my cat wanting outside of my room, because I always close my door when I record. And I gave her like feather earrings because I thought they worked well, because, you know, birds are in air and birds have feathers, so she has feather earrings. Although I used to have like CC earrings, but like for some reason, I don't know what happened, but I lost a lot of my accessory CC, so I don't have those anymore. So I just had to go with, I think that's base game stuff. And the hair, I change that later. So they dislike being alone, being confined, and repetition and routine. So they like doing things new and exciting, and they don't really like structure and being confined to a schedule and a routine, which is very unlike me personally, so I can't really relate to this feeling. I went with that top there in the green, and I know their colors are pale green, but there was no pale green, and I really, really liked the top. So yeah, gonna have to forgive me for that little slip up, but it's fine. And I don't know, the top and the tattoos, I thought just worked so well together. I had to keep it. I thought it looked great. So they're very expressive people. So that's why I gave her like tattoos, because she would want to express herself through probably every medium, including tattoos, and they're very quick-witted. So just because she's a bit eccentric doesn't mean that she's dumb. Like, she's very quick and smart. And I kind of wanted to go with this like childlike innocence, because I think that is a central theme in the story of Gemini. But yeah, they could talk to like a brick wall for hours. So her traits are, she's a music lover, she's hilarious, which I think I read somewhere, but I couldn't find it. If it wasn't hilarious, I would have probably went genius, and then talkative, because yeah, they talk a lot. And I went with like the gold everywhere, because that is like pale yellow, so that kind of works out well to show the pale yellow, and then the green and white is also there. So I really liked her. She was definitely my favorite. We have Aquarius now. Alright, so this is gonna be our very last sign of the Zodiac CAS challenge. It has been a journey and a half, and I really have liked this. I think, yeah, this is my second video ever posted, the fire signs. So this was kind of my start. We haven't gone very far from there, but I don't know, I'm feeling a bit nostalgic. So their colors are light blue and silver, so she was definitely difficult. I didn't go for a lot of light blue on her, because I did a lot of light blue with the water signs, which, I mean, personally, I know now that Aquarius is not a water sign, but I've always thought of Aquarius as a water sign, because if you've ever watched Fairy Tail, which is an anime, Aquarius is like represented as like a mermaid who carries, her water thing, and she uses water all the time. So in my mind, I was like, duh, she's a water sign. So finding out she's an air sign has kind of been a bit of a turn that I was not expecting. So I kind of, to get away from the blue and trying to show more of the fact that she is an air sign, I kind of made her look more like, I kind of went with the silver, which is kind of just gray white more so than the light blue. Like, she does have light blue on her, but I think I mostly went with the silver. So they are ruled by the planets of Uranus and Saturn, and their strengths are they are progressive, independent, and humanitarian. Sorry, but my notes are just so messy right now. I was writing them when I was like half asleep, so don't mind me if I take a bit of time to say stuff, because I'm just trying to decipher what the heck I wrote. But yeah, they like causes and really fighting for what they're passionate about. So their weaknesses are that they are a bit temperamental and aloof. So yeah, I feel they're very passionate people, but at the same time, they like to take a step back and just observe and be a bit, oh my god, my cat is being annoying. Taffy, just wait a second. I'm sorry. She has to make an appearance in every video I record, apparently. So we're almost done. Okay. So they like fighting for causes and intellectual conversations. So they're very knowledgeable people and very smart. So they don't like doll situations is basically what I'm saying. And they also hate people who break promises, and they don't like being lonely. Like, they don't like it. They like being alone, but they don't like being lonely. Because there is a difference. If you haven't learned by now, there is a difference between being alone and lonely. I'm alone constantly, but that does not mean I'm lonely. And they know that very well. So they are very deep thinkers, and they need alone time just to recharge. So for her, I went with almost like a high schooler look. I don't know why. Like, I kind of made her look like a schoolgirl with like the high socks, and I think I gave her like a plaid skirt. I don't really know why. I think it's just because I wanted her to look young almost, because I feel like she kind of just represents college students nowadays. I don't know, like very humanitarian and wanting to fight for what they believe in, and very intellectual and smart and researching everything. So they kind of, I don't know, I think she represents that. And yeah, I have that white and that silver, and then her skirt is blue. So they also really like being spontaneous. All right, that's it for Aquarius. So thank you if you've watched all 4 parts of this. Thank you so much. And if you have any other suggestions for this, leave it down below in the comments. And I might even do a Let's Play in the future. I don't know. I still am thinking like I might need like a better microphone and stuff, but I don't know. I'm getting kind of bored of CAS, so please like, comment, and subscribe so I can have a job where I don't have to interact with people. All right.